There's a lot of talk about personal development these days. From the self-help section at your local bookstore to the countless books on Amazon, you can find plenty of resources for developing yourself and becoming a better person. But what does personal development actually mean? How do you know if you need it? And how do you even start your own personal growth plan? Well, here are some answers. Do you have a vision for your life? In order to create a personal growth plan that works for you, it's important to start with a vision. A vision is how you want your life to look in the future. It's not just wishful thinking, it's something you actively work toward achieving. Why are visions so important? Because they give us an end goal and direction toward which we can move, rather than passively hoping things will get better on their own or waiting for someone else to change our lives. Visions also help us overcome obstacles by providing the inspiration necessary to keep going when things get difficult or discouraging along the way. How do I come up with my own vision? The first step is figuring out what kind of person you want to be. What kind of person would make your life worth living? What qualities would this person have? What activities might this person engage in every day? Write down those answers. Writing this on paper is a cathartic and revolutionary act, or in any other format that works best for you. Write down everything about this future version of yourself that comes into your mind: where he lives, what kinds of jobs he holds, who his friends are, etc. Bonus points if you write until there's nothing left but blank space at the bottom of each page. Once you've gotten all those ideas down into words, or images, take some time away from them before deciding if they're accurate representations of who this idealized version really is, and then revise accordingly if necessary. Listen to that still, small voice inside. The most important thing you can do is listen to your heart. Expect to make mistakes, because you will. Be open to receiving help and advice from unlikely sources, but don't be afraid to take risks and change course if something doesn't work out the way you thought it might. If something isn't working or if it's not right for your situation, feel free to say hell no. Even, and especially, if everyone around you is saying yes. Keep a journal and write down everything. Keeping a journal is one of the most beneficial things you can do for yourself. It helps you reflect on your past experiences and develop a deeper understanding of yourself and what makes you tick. It's also an excellent way of documenting your progress, so that when you look back at your entries later on, they can act as markers along the path to self-improvement. Think about it this way: if someone gives up their life savings and goes traveling around Europe, they would probably want to document their journey with photographs or even video footage so that they have something to look back on in years to come. Similarly, keeping a journal will allow you to relive those moments in time, whether good or bad, over again to provide clear perspective. Writers often keep journals for inspiration when writing books, think J.K. Rowling, but there isn't any reason why non-writers can't do the same thing. So grab some paper, whether it's online or traditional, and get started. You'll be surprised how much easier things seem once they're written down, and how much more productive. Identify your values. Before you can create a growth plan that works for you, it's important to identify your values. Why? Because the things we value are things we'll do anything for. If you don't know what matters to you, then how will you know where or how to focus your efforts? To identify your values. Reflect on what matters most in your life to find areas to learn and grow. Write down as many examples of things/feelings/behaviors/etc. that reflect what is important for you. The more specific these examples are, the better. This will help provide clarity and direction when creating goals later on in this process, and beyond. Understand why each item was listed. The more specific about why something is valuable to me gives you more control over your emotions rather than simply reacting based off others' actions or changing circumstances. Stay the course if you don't succeed at first. If you're not seeing the results you hoped for, try to stay the course and keep trying. You may be tempted to abandon your plan entirely. But don't give in to that voice. Instead, try different things until you find something that works for you, and remember that there is no one-size-fits-all approach for personal growth. If all else fails, look at other people's failures as well as their successes. What did they do differently? Some mistakes will be unavoidable, like falling off a bike, but others can help inform more empowering choices. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, ask for help from others. It can be incredibly difficult when faced with tough challenges like these. We often feel like our problems are unique and insurmountable because there's nobody out there who's faced them before us, and if they have faced them, chances are that whatever they came up with won't work for me. Recognize that personal development is an integral part of living a healthy life. Personal development is a process of learning more about yourself, setting goals and working towards them. It's also about being proactive, rather than reactive to situations that arise in your life. It's important to recognize that personal development is an integral part of living a full life, and not just because it makes you feel good about yourself or helps you feel like you're growing as a person, though those are both excellent reasons. The impact on others around you is huge. It can help improve your relationships with others by helping you understand what makes them tick so that when they try something new or different, instead of reacting negatively as we might have done in the past, we can now respond positively with empathy and understanding, especially if this change was made for their own good. This new perspective may even allow us to see some things about ourselves we were previously unaware of, not always easy but often very rewarding. Personal growth is an integral part of living a healthy life. It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day minutiae of life, but if you make personal development a priority, you can improve every aspect of yourself, your relationships with others and yourself, your health, your career or work goals, your finances and wealth management strategies. Personal development isn't just about improving yourself, it's also about helping others grow as well.